everyone, welcome back to YURP Nation Reactions. I am Tyrone. Today on the channel we got another honest trailers, but this time they're talking about the Oscars 2022. Now, I have said before on this channel, when it comes to music or any other type of art, that you don't need an award to justify your art. The award is the fans' appreciations or their opinion or anything of that may be to your art. Because these Oscars, the Grammys, Tonys, what's the other ones? Golden Globes, all those is just a popularity contest, and it's like these rich people in suits just saying, yes, I think this person should win. Yes, not this person shouldn't win. You know, stuff like that. But with these movies that's going to be on this list, you should know that if you follow me on my movie channel, Mostly Wrong Opinions, my movie review channel, you will see that some of these movies on this list, Devin and I have reviewed. So get on over there right now, subscribe to that channel, and if they talk about the latest episode that we have today, that came out today, Drive My Car, I hope they talk about it, because that movie was slower than any car could ever go. Okay, so and that was a 3-long movie, and it's nominated for so many Oscars. Drive My Car is, but I hope it don't win that much, because I did not give it a good score. But either way, let's see the hilarity that they talk about. Let's go.
This week's Honest Trailer is brought to you by D&D Beyond. Register for free at dndbeyond.com to start your adventure.
Alright.
It's time, once again, for the Oscars, the award show that no one watches, honoring the films barely anyone has seen. But in a year where theaters were still shut down, there's have a chance you streamed one of these before switching over to Squid Game. So in case you need a primer, here are the honest trailers for this year's 10 Best Picture nominees. From the one director your grandma can name, comes one musical even your bros have heard of.
West Side Story, bro. What, bro?
Based on that one Shakespeare plot you know. And this sweeping epic about race, class, gender, and violence that remains as relevant today as it was 60 years ago, which is kind of depressing when you think about it.
How many times do I gotta tell you, Bernardo, I don't speak
But it's got a cast packed with breakout stars like Ariana DeBose, Rachel Zegler, Ansel Elgort, and the guy who plays Riff. Wow, he was great. Let's not have off-screen reality get in the way of enjoying this great musical, I mean, right?
You have grown into rapists.
Tonio and Juliet.
Tonio and Juliet.
For years, when Hollywood needed a shy, pale boy with a goofy name, they called Benedict Cumberbatch. But when a shyer, paler, more goofily named actor arrives on his ranch, Benny will transform into the most grizzled cowpoke since Bronco Henry.
Bronco Henry. Bronco Henry. Bronco Henry. Bronco Henry.
As you watch things go from strange to weird in this psychosexual tug-of-war between uncle and nephew, full of nude dudes having fun, woods porn, and balls being removed. With the shocking twist that sometimes the insecure homophobic bullies are actually gay themselves. Was this really a surprise, though? I mean, I call this as soon as he fingered that flower. Bronco Henry himself taught me how to decode a metaphor. And that there, that's a butthole. Who let the dogs out?
That's great.
Step right up, folks, for the most incredible, mind-blowing cinematic sensation of 2021. An entire film made only from the colors orange and blue, starring the incredible Cooper Kid, a 50-year-old actor who appears to everyone like a much younger man.
Young buck.
Usually for a boy, it's the old man. It's not that, my boy.
Now, in the past, you may have seen Guillermo del Toro make fish friends, phantoms, and fire fiends friendly, fine, and even f***able. But right here on this very screen, he's about to take on his greatest challenge yet. He's gonna humanize a carny. That's right, folks. With a low price of one HBO Max subscription, or Hulu if you prefer, my good sir. Watch these dangerous drifters display dozens of deeds of devotion and decency.
I'll give you 5. Plus a nice hot meal. Steak and eggs only. You can sleep there tonight. Stay out of the rain.
William Dafoe was
So maybe you
amazing.
can hawk for me.
Would steady
small
job
part
be
that
of
he did
interest to you?
play.
Coffee and cakes, dry place to sleep, shop now and then. What do you say?
So grab 2 bits and spin around in a circle for this landmark in on-screen hobo representation. And hey, tell my old epic voice man sent you. Exit through the grift up.
from a bunch of Japanese people.
This is
who
the
know
one I'm
way
talking
more
about.
Western literature and philosophy than you do.
まともに人生を送っていればショーペンハウエルにだってドストエフスキーにだってなれたんだ
Comes a film that's about the importance of social connection, the limits of human language, and perseverance in the face of unspeakable tragedy. But like metaphorically, on screen it's mostly shots of a guy listening to a tape of his dead wife in the backseat of a Saab.
このバカ者
Just
ここ
say
の
it.
土地が君のものなら好きにすればいい私はいらん
This may not be the movie for you.
私今す
It
ぐ出
really
て
may not be the movie for you.
Life, am I right? Lots to think about.
真実というのはそれがどんなものでもそれほど恐ろ
He's
しくは
saying it.
ないの
Would Wolverine's healing factor reverse his circumcision? Sob story. Venus Williams
Sob
was the
story.
#1 ranked tennis player in the world.
Reviewed
Serena
this.
is one of the greatest of all time. But what was their dad like? Weird question, but okay, we'll roll with it. Meet Richard Williams. He may talk like Mike Tyson,
Nothing is impossible.
but he sure doesn't fight like him.
I'm sorry to laugh at this, but it's messed up the way he said it.
When he started beating on me, he knocked me down. His friends come over, they all start stomping on me and beating on me.
Will Smith plays a man who would do anything to see his girl succeed, even if it meant selling the extra fabric from his shorts, as he treats his own daughters like lotto tickets and/or child soldiers.
You gonna show him how dangerous you are?
Yes, Daddy.
Got to have a plan for every day, else what?
No plan, you plan to fail.
Girls, spell civilization.
Civilization.
In this inspiring story of how Venus, Serena, their mother, and the Ned Flanders of tennis came together to succeed, despite having a grandstanding narcissist dad who makes everything about him.
That's bullshit. It's about you.
Why is it that you gotta ruin everybody else's day?
Served out of Compton.
Served out of Compton.
We did the honest trailer.
Reviewed
We sung its
this.
praises from the rooftops.
All these movies we
with
reviewed.
nothing new to say about Dune. We'll just mention that we've been catching up on Euphoria, and oh man, do we have thoughts on the way. Daru, Sandstorm. If you see one portrait of a
Have
director's
reviewed this.
hazily remembered childhood, make it Licorice Pizza, as Paul Thomas Anderson writes a love letter to the San Fernando Valley. No, not that one. Not that one either. Okay, they're all set in the valley, we get it. In this love story about a middle-aged man in a 15-year-old's body,
Fight to the side, you're blocking the entrance!
and a teenage girl in a 25-year-old's body.
You want a date?
So I guess it's fine that they hook up in the end, right? It's not any worse than blank check.
Why don't you give me a call in
Oh,
about
wow.
10 years?
Ew. Once Upon a Time in North Hollywood. If you see two portraits of a director's hazily remembered childhood, make the other one Belfast. Kenneth Branagh tries to have it all, combining the whimsy of his youth with the grim backdrop of ethno-religious violence. The 50 Shades of Grey guy with actually good acting? Huh, who knew? And the earnest, corny vibe of a musical with only one actual song and dance scene. In a combination that almost works, there's just something a bit off. Can't quite put my finger on it. It's found it unsettling for some reason.
Don't look back.
Ah, cats! They did it in Cats!
Yeah.
Would you address a cat?
Big Troubles in Northern Ireland. From the studio, who was too late to acquire any franchises that you've heard of, comes a film that shows off what Apple TV does best. Stories about people with one more sense than the rest of their families. And stories about inspiring mustached coaches who will never quit on you. In this coming-of-age tale of a girl trapped with the horniest friends and family imaginable.
I hooked up with Tiny Fingers.
Is that your mom?
Wow. What?
That teaches us all an important lesson about the deaf community. How to say, my nuts are on fire in ASL. Seinfeld. In a world where everyone is too distracted or lazy to do anything about the environment, one Netflix movie will reassure you it's only the dumb people's fault that things are bad. Not you. You're smart enough to be watching this Netflix movie. You get it. In a 2-hour metaphor for climate change that takes aim at everyone from daytime TV host.
There is a comet, but it's a good thing.
To pop stars.
You guys discovered a comet? I have a tattoo of a shooting star on my back.
To the president's dumb kid.
There are you, the working class, us, the cool rich.
Without alluding to, oh, I don't know, the oil industry. But hey, what do I know? I'm not famous. Smarmageddon.
Smarmageddon.
Starring the hyper-specific Best Picture genres these nominees fall into. The depressing secret gay cowboy love affair. The lighthearted kid's point of view on growing up in a war zone. A musician rebelling from, then ultimately embracing the deaf community. Widowers in cars driving silently. Is abuse the price of being really good at something? Paul Thomas Anderson films about very awkward relationships.
All of them.
Remake of a musical about star-crossed lovers where the dude dies at the end. Star Wars. Movie starring Bradley Cooper and an obvious prosthetic baby. And movies with such a ham-fisted, unsubtle message that we'll all be extremely embarrassed about it winning in 5 years, if not right now. The Oscars 2022.
Wow.
Why can't they just give all the Oscars to Spider-Man? Clearly that's the world's favorite movie this year.
That's what the money is for!
Right.
That's what the
This
money
week's
is
Honest
for.
Trailer is brought to you by D&D Beyond's Battle for Beyond. Subscribe to DDB's YouTube to join the battle. When your voice is this epic, you don't need an Oscar nomination, but an Emmy would be nice. I'm gonna make an offer he can't refuse. Catchphrase.
Oh, wow, people. Yeah, like I've said, some of those, a good majority of those films has been reviewed by Devin and I on Mostly Wrong Opinions, so get over there and subscribe for just in case you just want to know what our opinion is on that, or Mostly Wrong Opinion about it, or if you agree, if you did see the movie, and if you did, you did like it, or if you didn't like it. That's the whole point of reviewing the movie and letting you guys know about these things that go on in these movies, you know. I mean, I have my picks for what I feel that should win, and we did do a Oscar winning one, or Oscar nominee, or Oscar winning episode, which will be coming out probably this weekend or the weekend of the Oscars. So yeah, that was funny. Honest Trailers will always point out everything that goes on in these films, and I really enjoy Honest Trailers. If you haven't subscribed to Screen Junkies, I don't know what you're doing, because they always do a good job on this stuff. But let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. And if you like this reaction, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. And if you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with everything I do right here on Good Nation Reactions. I will see you guys in another video. You guys have a good day. Peace.